As we join the ballgame in progress here, we find the bases empty, nobody out in the inning. So striding in, King Bishop is getting his first plate appearance of the game here in the 6th. First pitch of the at-bat. Now a fastball to start things out. Didn't miss by a lot, but it's 1-0. The 1-0 is taken, strike one. The 1-1 just catches the inside corner for strike two. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
Sergio Batista is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Sergio Batista.
Well, in hindsight, it was the right choice to let the setup guy stay in the game and finish this thing. I wasn't so sure before, but the results sure speak for themselves.
Tonight's game comes to an end, 5-1 the final score. The Cubbies jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Sergio Batista wins his 4th game out of the bullpen this year. Tommy Rocha works 2 full innings in relief to record the save, his 3rd of the campaign. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Here now is the final line score tonight. First for the victorious Chicago Cubs. 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. For the Dodgers, 1 run, 7 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. Time of the ballgame, 2 hours and 49 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Wrigley Field, 45,936. As always, we thank you for your support of Chicago Cubs baseball.
We are set to bring one of the crown jewels of the sport, venerable Wrigley Field in Chicago. Today, it's the finale of this 4-game set between the LA Dodgers and the Chicago Cubs. It's Cubs baseball next on the show. Garrett Cordero gets the starting nod for the Cubs in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Boy, hard to be any better than this guy was in his last start. Only allowed 1 run, and he went deep in the game, and he took a real hard, tough luck start. Let's see if the results can be any better, and if he pitches the same way he did in his last one. Tough luck loss.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Bishop is right there, 1 down. Time now to check out the lineup for the visiting Dodgers. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, Matty, they got to love the production they're getting out of the leadoff spot right now. He was the catalyst for this ball club last month. He had an on-base percentage of over 400. And when you're
digging in, the switch hitter, King Bishop. He comes in today, leading the National League in hitting this year. Here comes the first pitch. And the changeup is way low that time. Vero, Danny, this LA Dodger ball club, as they enter play here this afternoon, they come in scuffling a bit of late, just 2-4 over their last 6 games.
Yeah, Matty, they played a heck of a game, first game of this series, and then dropped the last two, not playing really good baseball. They have to find a way to win this one today.
No doubt about it, D-Roll. If there's such a thing as a good series by winning the last one and getting a split in a 4-game set, that's exactly what they would like to do today to get some momentum going into the next series.
Swing and a screamer, but this one's not going to stay fair. Now the 2-1. Hammered the other way to deep right field. Baker going back at the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Nothing in the Cubby first. On to the second now from Wrigley with no score. Into the box now, Dirk Fernandez. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Now a flare out toward right center. Gallo ranging into shallow right. Makes the play, 1 away.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range, heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
Coming to the plate now, King Bishop. He flew out in his last at-bat.
King Bishop.
First delivery to him on the way. A high fastball is in there.
We're moving along in this one, heading into the middle innings. This guy continuing to pitch well, and one of the reasons why, first pitch strike ratio over 70% up to this point in this game.
Count now, a ball and a strike. The 1-1 is taken for strike 2.
That's a real good job of going back-to-back fastballs right there. Most of the time, a hitter will see a fastball in the inside half of the plate, and they'll just think, well, this pitcher's going to go back on the outside. But when you double up like he did right there, it sends a message to the hitter that you're not afraid to throw in that inner half of the plate.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. A fastball down near the shoe tops.
If you're ever going to see a position player go to the mound, it's going to be in a situation like this. Get him to relax a little bit, focus on his mechanics, and get that fastball back in his zone. Can't allow this guy to lead off wall.
Now the 3-2 pitch. And he goes the other way, but he got a lot of it deep down the line. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. Now here's the check swing, and they appeal down to first. No swing, so that's ball 4.
Yeah, well, when a guy's swinging the bat as well as he's been, this is a smart move. No reason to tempt fate out there.
Here's Tyler Austin now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Third baseman, Tyler Austin.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Well, I have to give credit to him on the mound for not letting that previous pitch get to him. He wanted it, but he didn't get the call. But I love how he didn't let it affect him, and he comes right back with another good pitch and gets the punch out.
The next Cub up, Alexis De La Rosa. He drew a walk his first time up.
De La Rosa.
And a fastball misses there, ball 4.
Well, they've struggled offensively in this one so far, but after that walk, they've got runners at first and second and look ready to make a little noise. Just need a big hit now.
Digging in to try it again, J.D. Davis, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. The 0-1. Grounded to third. This could be 2. Right to him. To second for 1. Relay to first in time. And just like that, this side is retired. A couple of walks, but no damage. Back with more of this Thursday afternoon Business Person Special. Next up for Los Angeles, Johan Herrera comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Johan Herrera.
The windup and the 0-1. Oh, and this ball is absolutely blasted high and deep into the bleachers and gone.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the...
Ready for another shot now. King Bishop. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Bishop.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And it's fouled away. No runs, just one hit. No errors so far for the Cubbies. One strike pitch is a fastball high, and that evens things at 1.
Still a little bit early to be worrying about this, but in a 2-run game, a 2-out walk right here could at least get the tying run to the plate. And on top of that, there's some pop on that on-deck circle.
Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. Liner towards second, but right there is the second baseman, and that will retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They trail things here 2-0. Next for the Dodgers, Adrian Aguilera has got the bases loaded now and a chance to really do some damage.
And he's one of those guys that they really rely on to come through in spots like this, Matt. Second on the team and runs batted in.
And that is into center field as he comes through. It's a base hit. 1 run is scored. And the second run will score. It's now a 4-0 game.
You don't get too many pitches a day in the big leagues middle cut. His eyes lit up right there. This pitcher's lucky he's not getting another ball from the umpire.
Digging in once again, King Bishop. And then what's gone wrong for this lineup today? They're only 3 outs away from being shut out.
Boy, you know, I just haven't seen a lot of fight in these at-bats. Now, of course, plenty of credit goes to that pitching, but the effort on the offensive side has been pretty lethargic watching from up here in the booth, Matt.
Yeah, I would imagine it feels the same from watching in the stands in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball. Ball 1.
Beat it out, beat it out, beat it out.
Backhanded. And the throw to first is in time. 1 gone.
Well, in hindsight, it was the right choice to let the setup guy stay in the game and finish this thing. I wasn't so sure before, but the results sure speak for themselves.
4-0 the score this afternoon. The Dodgers earn the victory despite only collecting 4 total hits. Luis Gohara earns his 5th winner of the year as he finishes 7 innings, allowing only 1 hit. Garrett Cordero pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. John Brebbia records 4 outs on his way to the save.
Those who have become the players of legend have tended to be the ones who delivered in the clutch time and time again.
Time to get the weekend started with Friday Night Baseball from Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Tonight, the first of this 3-game weekend series between the Chicago Cubs and the St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals baseball is straight ahead, next on the show. Hitoki Ikeda, the right-hander from Japan, will get the starting assignment in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, man, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
King Fisher.
Here comes the first pitch. A ball and no strikes. And fellas, we take a look at the Redbirds entering play here tonight. They come in scuffling a bit of late, just 2-4 over their last 6 games.
Yeah, Matty, these players got in their cars today to drive to the stadium focused on one thing. Not who was going to be the hero, just the fact that they needed a W, and that one of their teammates, whether it's them or someone else, has to come up with a big knock.
Now a move over to first, and the runner back safely. He turns on it and sends it deep down the line in right. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. The 1-2 is a fastball that misses. And set up behind the plate is Kenny Jansen as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
You know, Kenny Jansen, Dero, he's kind of hard to figure out. Doesn't give a lot on the edges. He'll make you bring the ball into that plate.
Yeah, Dan, Kenny Jansen is definitely consistent, and he'll reward pitchers around the knees. But on the edges right there, sometimes it's hit or miss.
Now another 2-2. Here's one that misses inside, and the counts run full now, 3-2.
Not a bad time right here to put that runner in motion. 3-2 count. You send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch, it's ball 4.
Here you go. Make the turn. Make the turn.
Base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
No mistake what he was sitting on, looking for a dead red piece of cheese middle of the plate, and he didn't miss it.
Now the Cubs' 4-hole hitter, Nick Williams.
The right fielder, number 5, Nick Williams.
Here's the 2-seam fastball that bears in a bit too tight. It's ball 4.
I'll tell you, he's looked unsteady out there since the first pitch he threw. A couple of hits and a free pass, so he's really searching for an answer to get back on track. We'll see if he can settle down here.
Standing in, Caden Rosado. We take a look there at the difference in his numbers between June and July. Swinging a soft liner.
Right, you're here.
But it's out of his reach and into the outfield. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0.
Hey, nice way to start a new series, Dero. The only thing you want to do is try to score early. It's always nice to win the first game of a series.
Yeah, they're coming out swinging right here, trying to set the tone and let everybody breathe a deep sigh of relief. Hopefully get this first game under our belt.
So digging in now, Wilson Contreras. And a great chance here for the Cubbies to add on in just the first inning. 3-2 pitch. And that misses. Ball 4. A run will come in to score.
Man, it's been an absolute nightmare start to the game, and the nightmare continues as he walks in a run here in the first. The wheels are not completely off the bus, but they're definitely wobbling. We'll see if he can limit the damage going forward.
And Now the Cardinals' number 4 hitter, Kevin Thatcher. And there you see his righty-lefty splits and how they've played out so far this season. Rosario leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. High in the air out to center field. Bishop moves over, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Cards leave one. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. At the plate, King Bishop. He reached on a single in his first try.
Bishop.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now a changeup here to start things out, but that'll dip a bit too low, and it's 1-0. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A 2-ball, no strike count to the Cubs center fielder.
That's a good approach when you're facing a young arm you might not be too familiar with. Take a look at a few and see what he's got. Now he's got himself ahead in the count.
2 balls and a strike.
There's a called strike on a changeup. Not a particularly good one. That changeup up in the zone like this oftentimes gets hit very hard. Was able to get away with it that time, but if he's going to be successful, he's going to need to get that changeup down in the zone around the knees.
A little too tall that time. 3-1 now. Nick Williams would be next. 2 out, nobody on. The 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 3. Pretty painless half of the inning all told. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. The Cubs lead this one 6-0. Here's Mookie Betts. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going. So what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
Hey, no runner, eat it.
And he will coast into second with a leadoff double. So the double puts him right into scoring position here to kick off the home second. And as you see there, he's currently pacing this Redbirds team in that category. Digging in for his second at-bat, Kevin Thatcher. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. The 0-2 delivery. This one's blooped out toward right center field. And that's going to fall for a base hit.
Relay 3.
The runner from second scores as they inch a bit closer.
How frustrating is that, Dan? He tries to bury something in with 2 strikes, and this guy throws out a fillet of fish to the opposite field. You know, sometimes.
Digging in now, King Bishop. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First offering on its way. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
Even though we're still in the early going, I think this game's at a tipping point right now. They've got a chance to put this game out of reach. But if they can't score any more here, the other guys feel like the door's still open.
2-0 now. Evans, the runner at third. De La Rosa on second. Russell at first. 2 out in the inning. Seared down the first baseline. And that's by him down the line in right field toward the corner. 1 run scores. On to second, but he's in safely as 2 runs come across to score away from the play.
Yeah, with the bases loaded, he didn't walk a run in, so instead he makes the cardinal mistake of putting it right in the heart of the plate. And when you do that, you're going to pay the price, and that's exactly what happens with a 2 RBI double.
Up next will be Nick Williams. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they could get out of this jam, though.
And that's low, ball 4. So that's the second walk he's worked in this one.
Yeah, and that seems to be a popular approach when this guy steps in. He can really hurt you with one swing, so I think the idea is mostly not to let this one guy beat you, Matt.
Into the box now for the Cubbies, Caden Rosado, as he looks to deliver with the bases loaded and 2 away. And now a slider in on the hands, and he's lucky that one didn't come and get him.
Ooh, that pitch was up and in. That's one of those pitchers' purpose pitches, right? Fastball, something hard up and in.
All right,
now
you're here.
If you'd like.
On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So they do strike for 2, but it could have been much worse as they strand the bases loaded. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. It's the Cubs 8 and the Cardinals 3. Digging in, King Bishop. He drove in 2 with a double in his last at-bat. First pitch on its way. And that one just missed outside. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. The 1-1 is crushed to straightaway center. No doubt about this one. That ball is gone. So it's a solo shot to dead center. Home run number 58 on the year, as it's now a 6-run ball game.
Well, there's an old saying that the harder you throw, the farther it goes. How about this? Good fastball, and this ball is absolutely tattooed. See you later.
Now batting, Chad Wallach. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. 1 out, nobody on. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Bishop giving chase. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the 2nd out. So standing in, King Bishop, and we'll see if he can get something into the gap to make it interesting. He's had a great game so far, but needs the triple to complete a cycle.
Hey, not an easy thing to do to try to come back and tie a game or take the lead off of a guy like this, one of the game's elite closers.
With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Wow, he almost made a heck of a play in left.
Yeah, Matty, you can't fault the left fielder there. You'll see he makes a tremendous effort, but he just can't haul it in, and it gets past him for an extra base hit. Like the effort, though.
Up next will be Nick Williams. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Hit well on the ground to first. And it's a productive first out as that runner's able to advance 90 feet up to third here. So striding forward now, Caden Rosado, although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around him. Oh, and here's a drive. Well hit out to straightaway center. Ortiz going back On the warning track, he makes the catch. In to score, the runner from third. Here's Mookie Betts. He was a ground-out victim last time up.
Mookie Betts.
Line toward the alley in left center. And that'll get down out there for extra bases.
Relay. Cut.
And he's in there easily at second with a one-out double.
This game might be over for all intents and purposes, but somebody forgot to tell this guy. He's a grinder, and he's going to approach every at-bat like it's his last. Does it again here and delivers a double into the gap. Well, the tone was set for this game from the very first inning. They came out absolutely banging the ball around and took that great start to another notch in the win column.
11-3 the final score in this contest. The Chicago Cubs pick up win number 70 to top the division. Philip Park earns his 8th victory of the season. Hitoki Ikeda was slapped with 8 earned runs as he takes the loss. So that'll just about do it for Mark DeRosa. MLB The Show has baseball for you on a Saturday night in St. Louis, Missouri. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game weekend series between the Chicago Cubs and the St. Louis Cardinals. Stay tuned for Cardinals baseball next. Jose Barrios is on the mound for Game 2. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, Matt, thanks. Coming on Jose Barrios, and this guy has all the tools to be a great one. Great velocity with life, 94 to 97 miles an hour, power slider, and it's a big sweeper. His changeup is getting better. If this guy brings all 3 pitches one of these days, he has the potential to throw a no-hitter.
In now, King Bishop. First shot for him here as he enters play, currently leading the senior circuit in batting. The pitch. And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball 1. And fellas, we take a look at the Redbirds entering play here tonight. They come off another loss last time out, and in fact they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Matty, you can't win when you're giving up that many runs. The pitcher was missing over the heart of the plate, not executing down and away, not brushing back anybody, making anyone feel uncomfortable. Guys were taking huge hacks off him. And to boot, the defense was on its heels.
3-0 now.
I'd be shocked if this wasn't a 4-pitch walk right here. He doesn't want to mess around and leave something over the heart of the plate and get beat in this situation.
And he'll just float a change in here now for a strike. So let's take a peek at the officiating crew in this one. Behind the plate is Kenny Jansen.
Hey, the book on Kenny Jansen, D-Road, not a very big zone, but he will give you that low pitch below the knees.
Yeah, and he's consistent. You're okay with that as an offensive player. He wants to give that pitch below the knees. If this pitcher can execute consistently, you better make the adjustment.
Yeah, the guy's been on fire lately, hitting anything close, so I think this is the way to go here. Get the bat out of his hands any way that you can.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Nick Williams. He takes his first cuts in this one. Man at first and 2 away. And a dive, but he's back in there. Bishop is off at first with 2 away. And another throw over. He'll dive back in safely. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. Slow bouncer to the right side. Gonna be a tough play. And he will apply the tag himself, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Cubs. It's the Cubs nothing. Cards coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the Show. Into the box now, Ahmed Rosario, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Bases are empty, 1 man in. Here's a fly ball, well hit. Bishop going back on it, still ranging back. And that one is good! Cardinals move out in front 1-0.
Yeah, we always talk about how important it is to spot your starter or run or two early in the game, and he does just that, blasting a no-doubt bomb that serves notice. They're going to be swinging with the wood here. No better way to get the home.
Stepping in for the Cardinals, Ahmed Rosario, and he's off to a hot start in this one. Homered his first time around.
Yeah, in this last at-bat, he hit a changeup out for a home run, so it'll be interesting this AB to see if they give him a steady diet of fastballs.
Fly ball out toward left center field. Bishop shading to his right. Two gone.
Relay. No runner, no runner. Got it.
Into the box, King. Bishop, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. First pitch coming, here it is. And that one stayed too low apparently. So far this season with runners in scoring position, Bishop is hitting over 350 up in the high 300s.
Matty, great matchup right here. He's been absolutely hammering right-handed pitching all season long.
Now the 1-0 misses, ball 2. Bishop comes in at 6'3" tall and bats from both sides of the plate. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
That's an impressive pitch right there. If you're willing to throw a changeup on 2-0, that tells me that's a pitch you feel really confident with.
Fouled off.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2.
With the infield back and a runner at third, he's definitely pitching for a strikeout or maybe something like a harmless pop-up. You could see it from that high fastball, but that was just a good job of laying off that pitch.
The 3-2 pitch, and this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
I think he was trying to be a little too fine there, and a walk is the result. Well, the good news is he has a force at every base. The bad news, a single probably drives in a couple of runs.
So coming to the plate, Nick Williams. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. The 0-2 delivery, and a swing and a miss on a huge first out there as he sets him down swinging with the bases loaded.
I'm really impressed by that strikeout, and I'll tell you why. He should have gotten a call on the pitch before, and it looked like he got squeezed a little bit. In a bases loaded situation, that can drive a guy nuts, drive you crazy. What I loved is he didn't let him take it out of this game, and he came back with another good pitch and got the punch out. A really nice job of taking it one pitch at a time.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Hit hard on the ground to the right. The second for one. On to the pitcher covering it first, and it's your textbook 3-6-1 double play that'll get him out of the inning. Just what the doctor ordered. He gets the double play to get him out of the inning. More from the show. Saturday baseball following this message and a word from our local stations. Into the box now for the Cubbies. King. Bishop. He'll try to do damage with the bases loaded and 2 gone. Here comes the first pitch. Fastball runs a bit inside here. It's 1-0. Evans at third. De La Rosa at second. Russell on at first with 2 down. Yanked fouled off to the right. 1-1. It's a high drive to left, back toward the wall, but he's going to run out of room. It's gone. So one swing, and he unloads the bases on that one. Home run number 59 on the season as they open it up to 6-2 now.
Yeah, you've heard the saying, stuck between a rock and a hard place. Well, that was the case here. Bases loaded, facing the best power hitter in the lineup, and he showed why he is so feared. He knocked it out of here.
Leading off the inning, Scott Hines, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
And this is hauled in on the run for the out, and he had a lot of ground to cover to get to that one. All right, so time now for the Cubs Road to the Show report, as we see a couple of prospects who have been performing at a high level in the upper minors. Digging in and looking for more, Charlie Ortiz, 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far.
Charlie Ortiz.
High in the air out to center field. Bishop has a beat on it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
No runner.
The next to bat for St. Louis, Kevin Thatcher.
First baseman, Kevin Thatcher.
The 1-2. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Williams looks up, and it's gone. Solo shot to right center. Number 23 for him thus far. And they cut the gap here. It's now 6-4.
Well, they were smart not to challenge him with a fastball, but it didn't matter. He's their big dog for a reason. So he waited, stayed back, and absolutely...
King Bishop will stand in yet again, and if you weren't with us earlier, let's take another look. This was back in the 4th inning with the bases loaded. A grand slam, and definitely the big blow of the ball game so far. First offering on its way. He'll start him with a fastball down and in for a ball, 1-0.
Obviously, the game plan wasn't to let this guy beat you right here. He's already walked twice, and that pitch out of the zone tells me they want nothing to do with him.
The 1-0 is laid off for ball 2.
That's a great job of keeping your hands back. You could tell he was totally fooled. His hip started leaking a little bit, but he was able to stay strong enough with his hands not to overcommit.
Outside, 3-0 now. Here it comes, the 3-0. And he takes ball 4 again. And they clearly just don't want any part of him in this one.
And with the bases empty and 3 balls, I think they were probably just saying, hey, we're not going to compound our mistakes here. Better issue a free pass and give him something to drive.
Up next will be Nick Williams.
The right fielder, number 5, Nick Williams.
The 3-1 pitch. And he misses with that one. Ball 4, and that's going to load the bases now with still only 1 away. Standing in, Caden Rosado. He singled his last time up. De La Rosa on third. Bishop over at second. Williams at first, 1 gone. Popped him up. Lee has a play. And that's the 2nd out of the inning.
Wow, talk about frustrating. Not what you want to do with the bases loaded. A simple pop-up, and nothing productive comes out of that.
and it misses. Ball 4, and that will force home a run.
Man, when you're trailing, you hate to give up any runs, but walking one in is especially painful. Now the lead is extended, and a base hit could blow the lid right off this thing.
Stepping into the box, Tyler Austin. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Rolled slowly to first. He's got it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So it's 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 3 men left on base. 9-1.
Leading off for the Cardinals, first baseman.
Smoked on the ground up the middle, and that's through for a hit. So the inning's underway with the Cardinals getting their leadoff hitter on base.
Hey, another leadoff knock.
Ready once again, King. Bishop, runner in scoring position with 2 gone.
Bishop.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Foul tip into the catcher's glove. It's strike 1. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down.
Run it out, run it out, run it out.
Reined in. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for Chicago. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Juan Chavez is looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Bishop is going to get there, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Striding in once again, Scott Hines. He flew out in his last at-bat.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Bishop is there, and he has it for the first out. Digging in to try it again, King. Bishop, he's already got 4 RBIs in this one.
Bishop.
Here's the first pitch to him. A fastball down near the shoe tops. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage of it.
You know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire. Ball 2. The 2-2. And he fouls this one off. Now a fastball inside, and he works it back to a full count now. 3-2 pitch is in there. A called strike 3. Cubs are down in order. They're on top, however, 9-4.
Good job there to slam the door for the win, and they finished the month with a bang. You want to.
And this ball game ends at a 9-4 final score. The Chicago Cubs took the lead in the 4th, and afternoon baseball now on a lazy Sunday afternoon at Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Today, the finale of this 3-game weekend series between the Chicago Cubs and the St. Louis Cardinals. Get ready for Cardinals baseball next. Ken Ragsdale gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's been pretty good his last 3 starts. A whip under 1.20, so he minimizes the amount of base runners. He's a tough customer. It'll be fun to watch him to see if he's on point early in this one here today.
Dan, D-Row, we take a look at this Cardinals ball club as they enter play this afternoon. They come in a bit of a rough patch. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Yeah, Matty, this is the perfect guy to have on the mound. A veteran, not going to let the moment get...
Meanwhile now, this is a drive out to straightaway right field, and it's going to get out of here. A home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field, and his power surge continues, and even 60 for him on the year, and the Cubs are on the board first, 1-0.
Well, you can see how pure his swing is, and that's why he's able to hit an incredible 60 home runs this season. Might as well start engraving his name on the MVP trophy because he's having...
The next to bat for St. Louis, Scott Hines. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he sends it the other way toward right center. Bishop on the move. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. So in now is the Cardinals pitcher, Ken Ragsdale, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. High in the air out to center field. Moving under it, Bishop. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Trying to pick things up where we left off, King Bishop.
And he's the reigning recipient of the National League's Player of the Month award.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. Just 1 hit apiece for both of these clubs. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2.
He may be down 2-0 after those first 2 pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They did miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place.
Now the 2-0. Finds the zone, strike 1.
That's how you open up the outside part of the plate. Pound 2 balls in, and they get right back outside. Nice pitch.
The 2-1 home. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And this is going to find its way into left for a 1-out knock. So he finds the hole into left to pick up his second base hit of the afternoon. And as we take a look at the Cubs leaders in that department, you can see he's right at the top leading this Chicago roster. Up next will be Nick Williams.
The right fielder, number 5, Nick Williams.
And prior to the first pitch, he'll look to first. And a dive, but he's back. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. Not in time. He's in there at second.
Good steal there, and I'll tell you, he is a multi-dimensional player out there. He's got good pop at the plate, and he showed he's not afraid to use his wheels on the bases either.
To your point, Dan, he did go deep earlier, and now the stolen base here, so he's really having an impact on this game. Good lead off a second there. Now the pitch. Chopped weakly to the left. He's got to hurry, and that's the second out.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
Ready for another chance? Caden Rosado, runner in scoring position with 2 gone.
Rosado.
He's set. Here's the 2-2.
Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch to put an end to the inning.
So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. It's the Cubs 1 and the Cardinals nothing. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Kevin Thatcher. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Kevin Thatcher.
The 2-2. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Bishop is there. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Here's Mookie Betts. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
Mookie Betts.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Now a flare out toward right center. Coming in is Williams, and he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass.
Boy, this guy's been swinging a hot stick lately, and there's just another example. And even when he doesn't hit one on the barrel,
King Bishop will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ball game. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. Here's the first pitch to him. And a breaking ball backs him out of the way. 1-0 the count.
He's got to find a way to grab some composure out there and not let this inning get away from him. He was dominating, and now he goes out and gives up a 2-out single and then almost drills a guy. Get back in his zone.
And I believe he broke the plane of the plate there. He most certainly did. It's a ball and a strike. The 1-1 home. This one's chopped foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. The 1-2. Hit pretty well out to deep left field. Chavez ranging back. Out of here into the visitors' bullpen. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. His second home run of the game. And the Cubs have taken a 3-0 lead. So as we check it out one more time, remember that for years 61 was the number to beat, and he's tied it right here. Digging in once again, Raymond Lee.
Third baseman, Raymond Lee.
The 3-2 pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Bishop is right there. And there's the second out of the inning. Ready for another shot now, Kevin Thatcher. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
Kevin Thatcher.
High in the air out to center field. Bishop is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. So they breeze through this half of the inning. 7th inning coming up. It's the Cubs 3 and the Cardinals nothing. Stepping into the box, Scott Hines. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. The 1-2. Lifted in the air to center field. Bishop moves over. And he makes the catch for the second out. ready to take his hacks again. King Bishop, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
This guy's having a pretty good week so far in one game. His last at bat, his second home run of the game. We'll see if they'll pitch him a little bit more carefully in this AB.
Dig. Short. Rosario brings it in. On to first, and he's breezing through the 8th here with 2 quick outs. A good old-fashioned Midwest battle here in St. Louis with the visiting Cubs leading the Cardinals here in the 8th as you take a look at our line score to this point.
Yeah, and in this game, you always try to find a way to be hopeful. They win the first game of a new month and are now looking to keep it rolling the rest of the way.
5-1 the final total in today's game. Nighttime baseball now from the district as we welcome you inside beautiful Nationals Park in Washington. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Chicago Cubs and the Washington Nationals. Stay tuned for Nationals baseball next. Yohander Mendez, a Venezuelan left-hander, will be the man on the mound. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, this guy has really struggled coming into this game, right? The league is hitting just under 300 against this guy, and that's something he really needs to improve on. And it'll be interesting to see if that trend continues in this start here.
Batting third, center fielder.
The next Cub up, King Bishop.
He's coming off a month in which he earned National League Player of the Month recognition.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Patrick Johnson.
Yeah, Dan, we got Patrick Johnson behind the dish tonight. Fairly standard strike zone most of the time, but he's definitely a pitcher's umpire.
I always felt like this. He will give a little bit on the corners, both inside and outside. I think he's a fair umpire, but I would rate him more as a pitcher's umpire than a hitter's umpire.
1-1, here it comes. Fouled away. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And it's fouled away. Leads off first with 1 away. And he'll snap one over to first. And he's back standing. And another snap throw to the bag, keeping particularly close tabs on him. The 1-2 is looked at off the plate for a ball.
These are the great matchups that happen throughout the course of a game. I don't think as a pitcher you can give in right here. He's a great hitter at the plate. He knows it. You know it. Keep executing. Maybe get him to roll something over.
Now we'll step off and fire to the bag. And he's back easily. And another snap throw to the bag, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Runner at first here, one man out. Here's one that misses inside, and the count's run full now, 3-2.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with one out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball four anyways.
And a swing and a miss, so the NL's leading hitter is set down on strikes, and there are two gone. With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
Well, you know, Matt, they need to get better production for their number 3 hitter. It's been a topic of conversation around this club about how bad he's been struggling. Nobody seems to have the answer, but the answers are only going to come from him, and I think his confidence is pretty zapped.
So next will be the 4-hole for the Nationals, Kevin Kendall. He'll get to take his first cuts here. The 2-2. Hit hard on the ground to second, and that finds its way through for a base hit. So the leadoff man reaches base to start out their half of the second inning. So stepping in, King Bishop. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. From the stretch. Fouled off. Third inning, no score to this point. One and one.
1-1.
The 1-1 home is laid off for ball 2.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with 2 guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
The 2-1. High and deep to right center. Espinosa sprinting after it. No trouble with this one. And the inning is over. Standing in, King Bishop. He flew out in his last at-bat.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these 2 teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
1 ball, no strikes to count. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2.
He's obviously been very impressive on the mound in this one, and I think the big reason why is his ability to stay out of the middle of the zone. That's kind of obvious, but it's clear to me that even when he misses his spots, he's not missing over the plate.
3-0 now. Tough pitch to lay off, but he did, and it's ball 4, so the leadoff hitter's aboard to start the 6th.
Yeah, well, when a guy's swinging the bat as well as he's been, this is a smart move. No reason to tempt fate out there.
Up next will be Nick Williams. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. Into the box now, Caden Rosado. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. The 0-1. Swing and a little blooper to center. In comes Robles, but he won't get there. It falls in.
Boy, this guy's been swinging a hot stick lately, and there's just another example. And even when he doesn't hit one on the barrel, he still manages another base hit.
Yeah, don't overthink it. When you're flowing like he is right now, he's hot as a pistol. Everything's falling.
Up next for the Cubs,
J.D. Davis, the next at bat. Last time through was a base hit. The 0-2 home. And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down.
Wow, that's awfully impressive right there. The pitch before was really close. Called the ball. What does he do? He comes back with a better pitch and gets the punch out.
Digging in, Phillip Evans. A hit in 2 tries so far.
Phillip Evans.
Getting a few steps off a second there. Now the pitch. And he misses with it for ball 4. So the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
That's a big no-no. He obviously had to work carefully with 2 men on, but he did not want to walk him to load the bases. Now he's really got his work cut out for him. We'll see how he fares here.
So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Sean Perez, as he's presented with the bases loaded situation in a tie ball game. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. On to first, and the Cubs squander what looked like a good opportunity as that ends the inning. Cubs wind up leaving them loaded, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. Striding in now for the Nats, Elvis Espinoza.
Right
Turner, the runner at first with 2 gone.
Espinoza.
And he goes with the pitch here and drives it the other way to deep right. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. We're through 6 full, and we still have no score. Digging in, the switch hitter, King Bishop, and his guys are looking to erase that donut on the scoreboard with the runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Matt, they've been really shut down so far in this one. They've had runners on base, but haven't been able to string anything together.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a neck-high fastball that time.
This game is getting interesting real quick. And the last thing you want to do on the mound is fall behind. Needs to get back in the strike zone right here.
The 1-0 is a high drive to left. Back toward the wall, but he's going to run out of room. It's gone! So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. Home run number 62 on the year. And the Cubs have taken a 3-0 lead.
Boy, talk about when you're hot, you're hot. Gets 2 bombs yesterday and another long bomb so far today. When this guy gets hot, he's near impossible to stop. I'm not giving this guy.
In now, Vaughn Chappelle. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
Bishop patrolling center makes the play, 1 out. In now for Washington, Kevin Kendall.
Third baseman, Kevin.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Bishop moves over, and he brings it in for the 2nd out of the inning. Digging in now, Dwight Smith Jr. No hits to this point.
Left fielder.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Lifts it into the air to shallow center. Bishop is after it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Nothing across here this half. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. It's the Cubs 3 and the Nationals nothing. digging in and looking for more. King. Bishop. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
The last at bat, Matty D, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
And he fouls this one off. One out, nobody on. Fastball that time is nowhere close, and it's even at 1-1.
You know, something to keep in mind, they're really burning through that bullpen, and this is only the first game of the series. Definitely could have an impact on the rest of the series, and maybe even the whole week ahead.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. And he misses. 2-1.
2-1.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Pop high in the air. Chappelle is under it. 2 down.
Well, that's almost automatic for this guy as he puts another game on ice. That's save number 40 for the season. Clearly, this guy is one of the best in the game.
And tonight's ends as a 3-0 shutout win. The Chicago Cubs jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Ken Charles earns his 8th victory of the season. Johnny Hager earns the save out of the bullpen, his league-high 40th of the season. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to the Show27.com.
Here now is the final line score tonight. First for the victorious Chicago Cubs. 3 runs on 8 hits, no errors. They left 14 men on base. For the Nationals, no runs, 4 hits, with 1 error. They left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 35 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Nationals Park, 41,222. The Nationals.
And we'll welcome you into our ball game as we find ourselves with the bases empty and nobody out in the inning. Digging in, King. Bishop. He's newly entered into the ball game, so this will be his first trip to the plate here in inning number 7.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Now a fastball that couldn't quite find the zone. It's ball 1. The 1-0 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 1. The 1-1 lined hard to center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. He'll get it into second, but it won't be in time, and it's a leadoff double.
When you've got the pitcher leading off an inning, you have to feel pretty confident about getting the first out without much problems. But the pitcher with a bat in his hands had other ideas. Put some solid wood on it and found himself on second with the leadoff double.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Alan Barger. He flew out in his last at-bat. The 0-1 pitch. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Espinosa is there, and he makes the catch for the out. And he'll make it up to third safely here with 1 away. Here's Addison Russell. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Bishop stands at third with 1 gone in the inning. And that misses, ball 4. So with 1 out, that'll at least set up the double play possibility here that could get them out of the inning.
And with first base open, the last thing he wanted to do was give him something to hit in the heart of the zone. So no harm done. Force out anywhere now.
So in now for Chicago, Alexis De La Rosa. And he's got runners at the corners here with only one gone. Payoff pitch on its way. Now this is on the ground at first. We'll see if they can get two. One there. The relay not in time as he beats the throw by a step.
Looked like that might be an inning-ending double play off the bat. But that was some great hustle to beat the throw at first. Keeps the inning alive, and more importantly, he gets an RBI because of it.
Jose Santiago enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Jose Santiago.
Wow, they were banging on all cylinders from the leadoff man to the number 9 guy, the owner. They absolutely cruised to a 7-run victory. If it were only always that easy, right?
A 9-2 finish at the end of this contest. Washington led this game from the third inning on and never wavered. Shohei Ohtani picks up his team-leading 13th win. Garrett Cordero was hit hard to the tune of 7 earned as he takes the loss. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
The final line score for the ball game tonight for the victorious Washington Nationals: 9 runs, 14 hits, 1 error. They left 10 men on base. For the Cubs,
just blocks from the Capitol building, we welcome you to Nationals Park. Today, the third and final game in this 3-game series between the Chicago Cubs and the Washington Nationals. Who's going to win this showdown between these two? Find out next. Albert Iguchi is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Nationals. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, this guy is one of the better pitchers in the league, and one stat that jumps out, take a look at that strikeout to walk ratio. That's about as good as it gets. And look for him to dominate in this one.
Standing in, King Bishop. Watch is fully in effect these days as he's potentially closing in on a historic triple crown. He leads all 3 categories. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Missed with a slider. Fellas, the Nationals, as they take the field here today, 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, this team finds itself with a huge lead, double digits right now, and climbing, playing really good baseball. Some people will say, oh, you don't want to have that big a lead, you start resting on your laurels. I look at it the other way, man. You've earned the right to kind of get some guys off their feet if the manager wants to. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. This team's focused and playing really good baseball. I would not worry about it. Keep pushing the throttle.
So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Gary Simmons.
Dero, this Gary Simmons, he's the kind of umpire that pitchers really like to throw to.
Yeah, I'm okay with it, though, Dan. You want to go east-west, I'll make the adjustment. It's the north-south that'll kill you.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
He's having a really hard time finding his rhythm and finding the strike zone. It's going to allow this offense to keyhole him in big situations. He's got to figure it out pretty quick.
The 3-1 is swung on and missed, and that's a full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
I can't imagine he was sitting on fastball at his neck right there. He is going to have to lower his sights if he's going to have any chance.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Hit sharply on the ground. To second for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Bottom of the first, straight ahead. We are scoreless on the show. At the plate, Mike Mendez. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. One and two, here it comes. Hit high and deep out to left center field. Bishop looking up. And that one is gone. On a two-strike, with 2 away in the inning. So a 2-run shot to left center. 8th home run on the season for him. And the Nationals take a 2-1 lead.
Gets for not putting what he thought was a bad call in the rearview mirror. I think he was still fuming and didn't get the pitch where he wanted it. The result? A reason to be even more mad.
Now at the plate, King Bishop.
And he's the reigning recipient of the National League's Player of the Month award.
First pitch on its way. Fastball down near the shoe tops.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
The 1-0 home is looked at for ball number 2.
Well, you can see what he's trying to do right there. Double play situation. 2 balls down in the zone, trying to get that ground ball. Didn't get him to bite at either one. Now he's behind in the count, 2-0.
Ready with the 2-0 pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Robles waits on it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Digging in for his second at-bat, Dwight Smith Jr. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Swung on and hammered. No doubt about this one. Watch it fly. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. Shot to left center, number 148 for his career, as the Nationals move in front now 4-1.
Well, he won his last start, but he didn't give up any long balls. He's already given up 2 here, so he's got his work cut out for him if he's going to get the W in this one.
So striding forward now, King Bishop. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch coming. Here it is. Sliders in for a strike. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. And the pitch takes off inside, and it gets away. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch.
I think this all stems from the fact that they're trying to make sure the guy at the plate doesn't hurt them at all. And with that base open at first, they might opt to just put him on.
And that one just missed outside.
Tried to work in the backdoor breaking ball there for a strikeout, but he just couldn't quite get it to come back to the corner. That's a really tough pitch to hit if you can spot it.
Hits are now even at 4 apiece. hard hit ball to second.
On the back,
Fielded
pick it up,
cleanly.
pick it up.
Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left. Into the box now, Elvis Espinoza. He singled his last time up.
Elvis Espinoza.
The 1-1. He's able to ride this one high and deep toward right center.
Yeah, here we go, relay.
And trouble it is. It's down for extra bases. Turner is on his way home. And a relay to the plate. But this won't be in time as he's well safe and the run scores.
When this thing left his bat, I started thinking it might have enough to get out of here. Didn't quite carry enough, but it does one-hop the wall off the track, and he cruises into second with an RBI.
Stepping up to the plate, Miguel Mora. He's 0 for 1 thus far. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Bishop is calling for it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Digging in once again, King. Bishop. Been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1. And he leaves the fastball up there. Mistaken location. He is going to pay for it dearly as that ball is sent over the wall. A home run. Two-run shot to straightaway center, and that is home run number 63 on the year as they move out in front 7-6. Ball's jumping in this one. That's the 4th to leave the yard so far.
Matty V, this is kind of a mini home run derby, D-Roll. Ball flying out of the ballpark today.
Just great.
Center fielder. King.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Matty, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile, but hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
First delivery to him on the way. Hit hard back up the middle. And there's a base hit as well as that's into center field. 2 straight hits to kick off the 9th.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Nick Williams. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. The 2-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3.
Really impressive pitching right there. Sometimes as a pitcher you can get frustrated when you make a good pitch and you don't get that call from the umpire. But what does he do? He comes back with a good pitch and gets the strike.
Digging in and looking for more, Tyler Austin. A couple of singles for him in 4 trips for him this afternoon. Now the 0-1. Swing, and there it goes. Deep to left field. Gone. And that one had some extra distance. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. Number 13 for him on the year as they open up a 4-run lead.
Boy, this guy's hot right now. Hit a bomb yesterday and hit another.
So last chance here, and stepping in, Trey Turner. Although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around him. Last strike now for the Nats. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Bishop is there. Makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
If you want to know what this game was decided, that's easy. Look no further than the 7th inning. That big rally and the crooked number on the scoreboard proved to be all the difference.
11-6, the final score in this ball game. Chicago get the win on the heels.